Hey now.
Back at it again.
Oh yeah.
Sorry we had to take a week off.
That was a good man, that was a good little karaoke session.
We're a little busy this past week.
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
We got a lot to catch up on.
We do. Hello everybody. All right, guys, we are here with another podcast. Me and my boy Marshall back at it again. We're rolling too deep today.
As always.
And we are getting drunk. Well, you are at least. Not getting drunk, but you got to keep up the tradition. This is not a family podcast. This is not a kid-friendly drink.
It's I poured up about half this cup. Straight tequila. The other half is some lemon lime Gatorade.
Yeah, you did.
Gotta get my electrolytes.
You did it. That was a lot of tequila you put in there, by the way. A lot of tequila.
Gotta get my electrolytes in.
And Gatorade for the electrolytes. You're right. It
was about, 12 ounces of tequila and maybe a little bit more than that and 8 ounces of Gatorade.
So, we got some stuff to dive into today, man. I can't really talk about the Batman. I know a lot of people still haven't seen it yet. It's been out for about maybe a week or so. So, we do have some topics we're gonna pull up, man. Let me tell you, man. I had a shitty week.
I had a fantastic week.
I had a shitty week, man. At work, it's just a lot of shit going on. They're rushing us. We have a certain project we have to finish by Friday. I know. We have a certain thing we have to finish by the end of the week. We got people pulling me from all angles, man.
Man, you just wait till this lifts off.
Yeah, I know, right?
Then we're just going to walk in and be like, you know what? Here's my 2-day notice. I'm leaving this bitch 2-day.
That's right. Can't wait for that to happen, but we need
In the meantime,
we got to keep doing what we got to do.
You'll see us once a week. As jobs and life.
As promised. Yeah, as jobs and, yeah.
If they don't get in the way, we'll do what we can to keep y'all entertained.
Somebody got to keep the lights going on in here. And, yeah, but how do you deal with a stressful week? Like, say for example, I know you're good with your boss and everything. You like all your coworkers. But say that you and your boss don't get along. And, yeah, put that up to the mic.
That's how I get rid of a bad week. Bad day, bad week, bad year.
Well, see, I'm not going to say I stopped. I slowed down on drinking, like, a lot. Because I used to drink, like, close to, like, a 6-pack a day.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a normal day.
For about 2 years. About 2 years, I kept it up. And,
I know you can't drink tequila, really.
No. I'm more of a beer guy or whiskey guy.
Yeah, we had a bad run-in last time with tequila with you, wasn't it?
Yes. The one I passed out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much kicked you in the butt, pushed you in the room.
Yeah, I threw up.
Closed the door.
Yeah, I threw up, and it was just really bad. And
it was a fun day.
I'm not going to... See, the thing is, whenever you mix your alcohols, that's when you start getting really fucking hammered.
If I'm not mistaken, I think you were taking shots of whiskey beforehand.
I was taking shots of whiskey, then I take shots of tequila, and I was just drinking beer for like 7-8 hours.
Yeah, because you smoked the pork shoulder.
I smoked a pork shoulder, so you have to drink.
Yeah.
You have to drink whenever you're smoking a brisket or a pork shoulder. It's like...
Well, whenever the shit gets cheap again, we can smoke shit again.
Right. Right now...
Thank you, Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. Thank you. Fuck you, Joe Biden. Gas is like, what is it, like $16 a gallon right now?
I don't even want to talk about gas. And I have a 4-cylinder.
Yeah, gas is getting crazy. It's national average about $4 a gallon. So
my buddy was in California a few days ago. Regular was about $5.60.
Yeah.
And he drives a diesel. This was $6 and something a gallon.
Yeah, that's cheap for California. California, they should be paying more, I think, because
Like, what we're going to get into, fucking the people at Target about to make $24 an hour.
Yeah. I might go work for Target, dude. You know,
It's looking promising.
let me pull that up.
Because you know
real quick.
how much shit I can get at Target with that discount?
Yeah, you get a Target discount, and so Target plans to pay employees at retail stores and distribution centers up to $24 an hour. This is for the Shade Room. While major retailers and distribution centers struggle to retain employees, Target is hoping to curb that issue with some coins. The Minneapolis-based retailer has already has a universal minimum wage of $15. So that's $15. That's a good job out of high school to be starting
if you're
out
a
at.
kid at 17 years old going over there to bag some
$15
shit.
an hour is pretty good. The increase was announced in 2017 with expectations of hitting the mark by 2020. Now the COVID-19 pandemic continues to influence worker shortages.
Bullshit.
Target is adding another set of wage increase. Well, that's because a lot of people were getting that unemployment, and they do. And
But it's over with.
It's over with. Well, Texas it is. It's not over with everywhere.
For a good chunk, the federal side.
Well, on the red states, yes, because people need to work, man, and a lot of people were just living off unemployment, which I get. You're gonna make more money on unemployment
As soon as unemployment was done, I went and got a job.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. That's what people need to do. But people are saying like, man, if I can make the same amount of money staying home, why the fuck would I go to work? And can you blame them though?
Like, man, I put it this way: I used to make really good money, but I had a lot of good money saved, and I was like, you know what?
And you invest in.
And I was investing too. Don't get me wrong, but whenever I had asked for my own layoff.
Yeah.
Whenever we got the federal advantage,
Right.
and I was like, cool.
I think it was
all
like
that.
an extra $600 a week.
I was like, all that could pay my bills,
right.
and a little bit more, and I could still go out and have fun. So might as well fuck it, take the layoff. I have to work. Still, they cut it. I was like, you know what? I'm about to cut back into savings. Let's go find a job. As soon as they cut it, less than 2 weeks, I found another job.
So in Texas, the most you can get a week on unemployment is like
500.
535. If you don't take no taxes out. If you have your taxes taken out, then yeah, it's like 500. Say 500. And then you get an extra $600 a week on top of that. That's $1,100 a week. That's
and
good.
If you do the math on a 40-hour basis, that's close to almost a 30-an-hour job.
Yes. Oh yeah, exactly. You're getting paid $30 an hour to sit your ass at home, play video games, and play Warzone and Fortnite. And
That's what I did all day.
Yeah.
In my underwear, sometimes naked.
A lot of people did it. And you can't blame them. But now, for whatever reason, inflation, you have Russia and Ukraine, you have Biden, you have these fucking libtards, and inflation is going up. Everything's going up.
Fucking libtards and cancel culture, man. I
Milk-
don't know what the hell is going on.
Milk is $5-6 a gallon.
It's more than a fucking gallon of gas.
Yeah. Eggs is like $2-3 a fucking carton.
Dude, I miss the
crazy.
days growing up seeing gas at $1.34 a gallon. And that was just, I wasn't even driving a vehicle. I was just a kid. But I paid attention to the shit around me as a kid. I was,
Well, when Trump was in office, it was like $2 a gallon for gas. But I'm glad we're paying $4 a gallon. As long as I don't have to read any mean tweets, I'm happy. You know what I mean? I'd rather pay $4 a gallon for gas as long as he's not tweeting anything mean. I like that.
Fuck that, dude. I'd rather pay the $2 knowing that the economy is going well. Shit ain't too expensive.
But he's tweeting mean.
And I have a good job.
But he's having mean tweets. That's not good. You need
to fuck people's feelings. We're grown as men. Fuck them babies, dude. Send them off to World War III. Let's go ship them all to Ukraine.
I would rather pay an extra $2 a gallon as long as I don't have to read any mean tweets from.
If you got to sit there and cry and bitch and moan about everything and wanting to cancel all these TV shows, and if this TV show doesn't have a gay actor or this kind of person in there, well then fuck that. Let's go ship your ass to Ukraine and see if you can tear apart a rifle and go out there and fight.
Right. Obviously,
see how much you cry then.
Obviously, I'm being sarcastic with the whole mean tweet thing. I mean. And the thing is, they don't want to admit when they fucked up because I think Kamala Harris even said it today. Democrats, this is what you ordered. Y'all ordered this. Y'all wanted this to happen. You knew this was going to happen if we took office.
Everything went to shit on gas whenever they canceled that Trans-Canada pipeline.
Yes. That
was the very, very first thing that Joe Biden did when he hit office.
But why?
The next fucking day.
But why would the fuck would they close the
and he cut
pipeline.
shitload of jobs.
But exactly.
And that's whenever the unemployment rate started plummeting like crazy. And not only that, the unemployment rate is terrible right now. And the fucking cost of living has gone up.
Way up.
To me, I'm just getting tired of it because it's a way of making the rich richer. And if you're middle class, it's going to make you poor.
It's going to make you poor. And that's,
and it's almost like we're turning to a socialism.
Yeah. But, see, the thing is, dude, whenever you shut down the pipeline, how else are you going to transport the oil? You're going to use more 18-wheelers.
Well, not only that, but
you're going to use more trains. And you know what, dude? That's going to pollute the air more than a fucking pipeline. The Democrats and liberals, they always complain about, the environment.
I just put it
global warming.
It's
this type of shit.
One thing that I really saw that enlightened me off of this war with Ukraine, it opened my eyes. The U.S. needs to stop buying offshore.
Yes.
And we need to start using more of our domestic oil.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. I mean,
and this proves a major point and why we needed those pipelines that Biden has destroyed.
Yeah.
And destroyed many jobs along the way. And that's a lot of money that could still be floating around this economy.
We're still buying oil from Russia.
Our GDP per capita could be fucking high.
I think, I forgot, I read,
but
I want to say around 800,000 barrels a day. Like or something we're buying.
Like our per capita with Trump was the highest it's been in a long ass time.
Right.
You're talking about decades.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Pretty much, they're putting us into a catty corner. If you want to even own a home now, it's going to take so much to try to be a homeowner.
Yeah, that's right.
And for y'all, like people that have been owning this home for several years, you see how much it's gone up. So you're like, man, it's a great idea to sell. But to get to that other house, you're going back to square one.
Exactly. So I could sell my house right now for a profit, but I'm going to have to buy another house for fucking
and lose that profit.
Exactly, you're gonna lose
in the long run.
Exactly, you're gonna lose it because I'm putting away, your equity. You're building equity whenever you have a property.
You're putting it away, but it's for now.
It's for now.
But
exactly.
You're getting higher on the payment and shit like this because the price of the house is so much more now.
It's so much more now, dude. And
like I said, it's a way to make the middle class poor.
In a matter of like 4 or 5 years, it went from like a $200,000 house now costs like $280,000, almost $300,000 for the same fucking size house.
It's impossible to buy a brand new home below the price of $260,000.
Brand new home, yep.
Impossible. No matter what size it could be 1,200 square foot. It's still going to be at that $250,000 mark or more.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But these people that are moving from California, they're willing to pay because to them that's cheap. They're moving from California because
they bought the same house over there at $600,000. Exactly. They're going to sell it
more than that.
They own it.
More than that, probably. Yeah.
So because they own it, and they're going to come buy one over here for $350,000.
Exactly. $600,000 house over there is a small
$200 and something grand.
Exactly. And
as they're closing.
But they're not gonna like the they moved away from California to get away from the liberals that are running the country. The governor. Which I don't want to get into him. He's being a fucking idiot, closing down.
I don't even want to get too big into politics right now.
Yeah,
I just put it this way. Right now, Texas is about to come to a crosshairs on who we really want to run this state.
Mm-hmm. Well, Greg Abbott's gonna win. He already won.
And that.
Did you vote?
No, I didn't.
You didn't vote. Me neither. But
I'm just
a buddy.
I'm worried about Greg Abbott. He has a lot of good ideas and a lot of bad ideas, but I feel like a lot of his good ideas will give us a better advantage in the state than what Beto would try to do.
Oh, no.
I think Beto would...
He was a second...
Would try to tear us down a little bit.
And he said, I'm not going to come after your guns. And yeah.
But that was his very first thing that he said when he tried to run for governor the previous time.
Right.
So you lied then?
Yeah,
how we know you're not lying now?
He did lie.
No, but that's what I'm trying to say. So you're saying that wasn't true what you said before, so you were lying. So
you can't trust him, man. He's a drunk.
We're gonna think you're lying now.
He's a drunk, man. You can't trust that motherfucker. He goes back on his word. He's been caught in many lies.
All I know is that to me, the best presidents that can run this country are people that are marketing geniuses. People that know how to make the dollar stay up.
Yeah.
You need somebody that knows how to run an economy.
And also and also someone that people were scared of. Like, people were fucking scared of Trump.
Yeah, like, I don't know if you've seen the past videos where there'll be world leaders together and they come to take pictures in the front. Trump stood in front every time. If somebody was in his way, he moved you out of the way. He's like, this is my ship, and I'm the captain.
Exactly. Everybody looks to America for aid. America has the strongest military in the world. People are scared of us.
See,
with this guy in office, they're not scared of us anymore.
No, because, I mean, anybody can run amok and do what they want. Whenever Trump was in office, he had Putin in his back pocket. They were friends.
Yeah.
So Putin, when it came to him, be like, hey, I'm thinking about doing this probably. He'd be like, no, I can't do that.
A buddy of mine, he went to go vote, and he went to the library, and he said that they were separating the Democrat line. You
can only vote Republican or you can only vote Democrat.
But they were separating. They said, okay, who's voting Republican? Y'all stand in this line. Who's voting Democrat? Y'all stand. You can't do that.
That's what happened to my dad.
You're not allowed.
And my dad got pissed off.
You can't do that shit.
He was like,
nobody's supposed to know who you're voting for or what party you're voting for.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to do that shit.
It's supposed to be strict.
Exactly.
You walk into a booth, you close the fucking the door.
Right.
And you vote what you want.
Oh, shit. Yeah, but dude, you're not supposed to ask people, when you're working at that kind of booth, or when you're working at the voting booths or the tolls, you're not supposed to be asking you voting Democrat? Okay, stand in that line. You voting Republican? Stand in that line. You can't do that shit. That's that's illegal. At least I thought it was. People don't know what the fuck they're doing.
It's supposed to be privacy.
It is.
Everything when you vote is supposed to be private.
And Greg Abbott wasn't even the guy who's like leaning far. Like, there's somebody else. I forgot his name. He's leaning like super far right, but he didn't have nearly as many votes as Greg Abbott though, man. But I do want to talk about this, man. I meant to order a free Cain shirt. As we know that the disturbing story last week with Cain Velasquez. He shot a man. This man, who's a convicted pedophile. He's let out on bond. Well, he's not convicted yet, I don't think, but he was let out on bond. He allegedly sexually assaulted or raped or molested, you should say, Cain Velasquez's 4-year-old daughter over 100 times. So Cain Velasquez went on like a high-speed chase in California and shot at the guy, and he ended up hitting the child molester's stepfather in the arm. And him, his stepfather, and his sister were in the car, and Cain Velasquez was literally driving down the freeway shooting at them from his truck, which I think any parent would do the same thing. And that's why I think they should definitely free Cain Velasquez, and they should lock up that piece of shit. But the justice system has everything, especially in California. I mean, you can, if they're letting this freaking piece of shit walk away and locking up Cain and denying his bail, then this country is back asswards.
But I'll put it this way, man. I respect 90%.
This little girl was 4 years old.
I respect 90% what he did. I feel like he could have thought it out more thoroughly, and I'm not saying it's right to just go out on a high-speed pursuit and shoot down a freeway, because there's a lot of innocent people out there.
That's true.
You got to take that into
pedestrians.
Effect,
Yeah.
It was very reckless of what he did.
Right.
He could have thought it out thoroughly.
Yeah.
Before he actually did that.
Mm-hmm.
He still would have had reprimand, but it would not have been as bad as it is right now.
Joe Rogan even started his podcast. He's like, the only thing I wish he would have done different is like ran him off the road with his truck, pulled him out, and beat him to death.
Yeah.
And I would have applauded Cain Velasquez for beating this man to a bloody fucking pulp till he dies. Because I think child molesters or pedophiles, they're the worst kind of fucking sick people there is. I have zero sympathy.
I'll put it this way. The one thing I want with rapists that are convicted with actual evidence and child predators and shit like that, I believe in castration to death. Cut off their man parts or woman parts out, whatever.
Yeah, testicles, everything.
And let it bleed out. That's what they used to do in France.
Cut them.
They used to castrate them.
Castrate them. Cut off their dicks and balls and just let them bleed out. Oh, my God.
That's what France used to do. They believed in castration.
Yeah, I definitely, that is definitely extreme. But, I mean, dude, you got caught. You're taking advantage of a little person that has no self-defense. And also, this little girl, she's fucked up for life now, dude. She's fucked up for life. Forever. You ruined her life. And there's no telling how many kids.
She may never let another man in her life because of that.
Exactly. She might kill herself. I mean, obviously, I hope that never happens.
And now she doesn't have a father.
Now she doesn't have a father. He ruined their house. He ruined their family. And that's why the MMA community and people all around the world are supporting Cain Velasquez. Let's free this man. They started up a GoFundMe for him to pay his legal fees. I mean, he has money, but this guy...
I'll tell you about this. What I think is going to happen, and that's just the way the California judicial system works. They might give him a small amount of time. And I'm talking about anywhere from 18 to 24 months. But it's going to be several years probably of parole. And
the judge did deny his bond because they feel that he's an endangered to the public.
Because he's an MMA fighter.
He's gonna go after him, dude. He's gonna go after him. I hope somebody else goes after that guy because that guy's face is everywhere. Everybody knows who that guy is.
I think it's gonna end up in bloodshed.
I hope it does for the right people. I mean, I don't wish any.
I hope they don't do what his plan was that day. I hope it's more thought out.
Yeah.
And I'm not wishing death on nobody.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
want this to be red flagged on a podcast.
Yeah, you can't wish death.
I'm just saying.
Or incite violence. We cannot incite violence.
I'm just saying it may be a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying to go and do it. I'm just saying it's a possibility.
I hope that guy pays for what he did.
Through the judicial system.
Right.
If it happens.
Yeah, exactly. I hope that guy gets caught somewhere. But, dude, I want that guy to be at least beat the fuck up, dude.
You want street justice?
I want street justice. I do. And I think that the people in that guy's community need to say, we want this guy out of here, man. 100 times.
I think it'll happen. He's got a lot of people that he probably knows that will go without nothing to make sure this is done for him.
Right.
Because they know the litigation and all the problems that's going on with it, what will happen.
How can somebody even bring themselves to think of a 4-year-old child in that manner? 4 years old.
We got a lot of sick people in this
How
world.
low do you have to be? And I don't give a shit. You can say, oh, this guy might have been molested whenever he was 4 years old. That doesn't make it right.
It does not matter.
It doesn't matter.
If you were molested at 4 years old and if you think that's right, then there's something serious.
You need to seek help.
Because obviously that traumatized you. What makes it feel right to do it to somebody else?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You already know you're fucked up in the head from that shit.
Happened.
So why would you pass that torch on to somebody else? Why would you put that burden on somebody else? I have a 3-year-old son. I mean, he's defenseless. And what, like 10 months, 9 months, he's going to be 4. He's going to be still so small, dude. Oh, my God, dude. This story makes me sick. But I think Cain Velasquez, I mean, I would have done the same thing. And every parent says, I would have done the same thing. I would have done the same thing. There was a guy who...
I would have done the same thing, but I would have thought out my plan a lot thoroughly.
Yeah. Well, you say that now, but in the heat of the moment, you're fucking seeing red, dude. You're deranged in the heat of the moment. And
the way
hopefully...
even in the heat of the moment, I'll find a way to single him at a vulnerability position.
Right.
To where I can make him pay slowly.
Oh, my God.
I don't find the satisfaction of him, having that done quickly, personally, because if he tortured my daughter
Right.
100 times,
100 times.
you just had your pain
No
100
telling-
times slower.
No telling how many other kids
We're
he'd done
talking,
that to.
I would want to kill you with 1,000,000 paper cuts.
And it was at a daycare. This guy worked at a daycare.
And he was already on bond.
Oh, well, that was previously. I think he worked at the daycare. That's when it happened.
So they allowed it at a daycare.
They allowed it at a daycare.
So that's already a lawsuit plus everything else.
Yes. So that daycare, obviously, if they're hiring fucking sexual predators to work for them, that tells you, like, what the fuck? Dude, I believe in forgiveness
This case is
of
gonna go
certain things, not for this. For this is unforgivable. If you touch a child, that's unforgivable, dude.
Always. You shouldn't be alive to be in a cell.
I hope that they lock that guy in the same cell as Cain.
I'll put it this way. Rapists and that, they should not be getting 3 square meals a day.
No,
Rest of their life.
fuck no. They deserve the worst, and believe me, that guy is gonna get what he deserves in the end game.
Oh, he's gonna be if he
he's
gets
going to
sentenced,
hell.
If he gets sentenced to prison, it'd be inevitable that he would have a $sign on his head.
Oh my god, I would. They need to burn him at the stakes.
I like the states that do the mustard gas.
Yeah, or that. But is that a slow, painful death? That guy deserves a slow, painful death.
All you're doing is breathing in gas that kills you the whole time. Start
Well,
bleeding and shit out your eyes.
Okay, that is awesome. If he starts bleeding out of his fucking eyes, that's awesome. Fuck that guy.
I like that kind of shit. That's what you should do to be tortured.
They need to do something about it, man. And my prayers go out to Cain, his family, his little girl. Obviously, he loved her very much, and I think any parent would do that. There was a 1 second.
Come on.
And we're back. All right. Let's see what else we got here. But one last thing. There was actually a case where a man walked in on the cable guy. I don't know if he was like fondling his daughter or walked in on him about to, rape his daughter or whatever like that. He beat him to death. And I think he did get out on I think the judge did let him go because, man, nobody has any sympathy. Judges or anything like that. They should not have no sympathy for those sick bastards want to take advantage of kids like that. Apple halted product sales in Russia. Well, we know everybody is disabling their businesses in Russia, and I actually have another thing that I want to pull up. Where is it at? Russia reportedly legalizes piracy of games, movies, and more. This is from IGN.com. Russia is reportedly easing its copyright laws to offset sanctions imposed by Western nations, in response to its invasion of Ukraine. In doing so, it's effectively legalizing the piracy of games, movies, TV shows, and more. Netflix stopped. I don't think I have the thing on Netflix. Netflix, Apple, everybody is canceling anything, and they're losing a lot of money doing it. Obviously they're losing money, but they don't give a fuck about that right now. They want actually Russia to fucking come to their senses, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're trying to put them down.
Putin's out of his mind. He's out of his fucking mind, dude. If he can't handle Ukraine, that's gonna send a big message. They're not. If they can't handle Ukraine, they definitely can't handle us. You know what I mean? If they can't take care of Ukraine. Because Ukraine only has about 30 to 40 million people living in there. We have 10 times that amount. So if they can't handle Ukraine, they definitely cannot fuck with us, dude. But I think that's why he wants to send a message that he can, and he's going to fucking take over. He already took over 3 nuclear power plants in Ukraine, which is scary as fuck.
Because at Chernobyl.
We can see another Chernobyl and maybe more on a bigger scale.
Have you ever watched that show about Chernobyl?
Yes.
Crazy as hell.
Really
Didn't I
good.
tell you about it?
Well, you
recently?
didn't. We talked about it recently,
Yeah,
but
I just got done watching it.
You did. It's so good. It won
Yes.
Emmys. like years ago when it came out. I think it came out 2018, I think, something like 19.
And it was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, just, I don't even want to know what the actual burn victims
Nintendo
looked like
and shaking
just
right now.
because of that.
You saw the pictures at the very end, though, of the show, right? They showed pictures.
No, I wound up getting off of it. I didn't see the final photos.
Well, obviously, I hope this comes to an end. You know, Russia already shot missiles at a children's hospital in Ukraine. People are abandoning their kids. I mean, they're not abandoning their kids, but like foster homes, they're like just leaving the kids. Like people who are running the foster home, they're just leaving because they're scared. They're like they're fleeing away, and then nobody's taking care of these kids. And also, Ukraine is arming their civilians. So you know what that's causing? Crime in Ukraine to go up. Ukrainians are robbing each other with the military supplied ammunition and firearms. They're robbing each other.
Let me see if I can find this video. This is crazy. This is in Ukraine. This is a home next to where they're bombing I think a tank or something like that in that sense. See if I can show it. Can you pull up the video?
I can pull up the video if you send it to me. Or
Here. I'm going to put it on the camera.
Okay. Ghetto style, people. Ooh, the glare. Oh my God, dude.
Here, let me rewind it one more time. You can see the jet come in.
Holy fucking hell, dude. Holy shit, that's scary.
And that's what they're living through right now in Ukraine.
Yeah, man. People are making jokes and stuff about the Ukraine, but man, dude, that is nobody wants to go through that, dude. We're just so blessed to be living where we are living and living in the time we're living in right now. But people are not that fortunate to have our blessings that we have right now. I mean, to be sitting here talking about it.
Oh, trust me, I know, man.
That is disturbing. Highly
to hear
disturbing.
a kid cry.
Yeah,
During
a little kid.
It literally hurts you.
It does hurt me, man. But what can we do? What can we do? I feel like so
we can't.
helpless. I feel helpless.
The U.S. is at a cross where if we intervene anymore, like I don't know if you've seen recently with China, they're trying to get into it with Taiwan.
Taiwan, yeah.
The same way that Russia's trying to do with Ukraine. And before this even happened, Russia and China had kind of like a pact almost where anybody fucks with you, I fuck with them type thing.
Really?
So
China's a problem.
I mean, put it this way, we get a lot of our shit through China, and we also owe them a fuck ton of money.
We owe them a lot, yeah.
So
trillions.
We literally are at a crossroads where we're gonna have to know when to hold them and know when to fold them.
That's scary, dude. Prayers go out to all them, families in Russia, and people in the UK are actually helping house some of the Ukrainians that are fleeing. They even said it. I mean, we said it on the other podcasts. Women and children can leave Ukraine, but if you're 18 through 65, you have to stay there. You have to fight for your country. You have the world champion boxers, Vladimir Klitschko and his brother. You have Vasily Lomachenko. You have the other guy that beat Anthony Joshua. I can't think of his name. They're world champion boxers, and they're sitting there fighting they're fighting the Russians off. That goes to show you how badass they are, dude. They're sitting willing to sacrifice their lives. They easily can have the money to leave the country, pay people to smuggle them out of the country, but they're just sitting there fighting for their country. How badass? How you have to have big fucking balls to do shit like that, which I would do to protect my family.
Yeah.
And you have to keep that same. I think you have to keep that same mentality. You have to keep that same energy whenever you're fighting for your country, dude, because people fought for our fucking country, for our freedom. I'm wearing this hat right now.
My dad was one of them. He's a Vietnam veteran.
Well, thank you for his service. Thank him for his service for me. That's amazing. I mean, dude, that's scary, especially Vietnam. That's one of the worst ones where people were fucking living in the trenches in mud.
Yeah, my dad spent a couple years in Vietnam, and he spent a few years, actually, in the Pentagon. My dad was working in the Pentagon for a few years.
Really?
He was the head of the messaging department that was sending the code messages and sent them back to Vietnam.
Well, I was talking about this on another podcast, too, that the people that were in Vietnam, they're getting all kinds of vaccines. They're getting all kinds of shots because they don't know what the hell they're dealing with. And I don't know if it poses any health problems down the line whenever they get in their 70s and 80s.
Well, 60s, a lot of the people he know of died from cancer. And that was mainly because of napalm strikes. Agent Orange.
Agent Orange. Oh, my Lord, dude.
Because that was very detrimental to your health that the government never released. Pretty much, I put it this way, recently, or not recently, a few years back, I heard from a buddy that was over in Africa. He was in a man camp over there. And he wound up leaving the army or whatever. He got his DD-214, came back home. And after about a year and a half, 2 years, he wound up getting a letter in the mail from the army saying that, hey, that ground that you slept on was very high in mercury.
Oh, my God.
Let us know if you ever get cancer so we can help you.
That's fucking scary, dude, because it's chronic diseases like that. The stuff that sits there and builds over time.
And they were there for years.
Right.
So they just sent him a letter and be like, hey,
by the way,
sorry, you're kind of fucked, but
yeah,
if you do get cancer, let us know so we can help you.
Yeah, but they're going to help
Thank you for helping us, though.
Yeah. See, he needs to be receiving a check for that. He needs to be receiving VA benefits and shit like that, man, because that shit can fuck with your health seriously, man.
Like my dad, he gets his VA checks mainly because of his hearing loss and a few other things, and he has it's not I wouldn't even say a mild case of he wakes up sometimes in nightmares.
The post-traumatic stress disorder.
He has less than minor PTSD.
That's fucking crazy.
He doesn't sleep very much.
Yeah,
now he's about to be 78 this year.
Yeah, that's the sad reality, man. I mean, what can you do? You know, say thank you for your service, and a lot of times their children come back quadriplegic, paraplegic, you know, schizophrenia. They have different, you know, mental disorders or different, you know, autism and stuff like that. A lot of cases, you know. Thank God it was not in your case or anything like that, you know.
Yeah.
You know, thank God you came out.
Nah, I
good.
just drink a lot.
Just drink a lot, yeah. That's because but that's your choice.
It's in the bloodline.
All right. Well, I'm glad we could find some type of humor on that because that is just fucking crazy. I don't have the damn slide on it. I want to talk about the fight last week with Jorge Masvidal and.
I thought it was a good fight.
Let me see. I'm gonna put in. Jorge Masvidal versus Colby Covington, dude. I was getting a lot of shit talked to me by my brother, my brother-in-law. They were all talking shit to me because I was going for Colby Covington. I like Colby Covington a lot. I like that he talks shit. I like
pretty much the whole time I was like, man, Covington's gonna get it. And that's just me. I knew Covington's gonna be the winner.
I did too. Unfortunately, he did not win in the fashion I wanted him to win. I wanted him to win by KO or TKO, but he did get the W. I think Masvidal I don't see him as a threat anymore into the welterweight, especially the title. He lost to Usman twice, won by knockout. He lost to Covington, but that does show you how badass Usman is. He beat Covington twice. He beat Masvidal twice. I think he's the arguably the greatest welterweight of all time next to George St. Pierre.
It's arguably.
Yeah, arguably. That's what I'm saying. You will never know who will be better in their prime. George St. Pierre did lose to Matt Serra and Matt Hughes, but he came back and avenged those losses. And I don't think they ever had the trilogy fights between them, but he would have beat them. He would have starched them. He lost them. He lost to them very early on in his career. But George St. Pierre was a different beast, but the sport has evolved so much since he left. You know what I mean? I don't think he can beat Usman now because George St. Pierre is pushing 40.
I don't think
it's a young man's game.
It's about to turn into anyone's game before you know it. All this young blood that's coming in there.
Yeah, man. What do you think is next for Colby Covington? He called out Dustin Poirier. He called him a cuck. Said that his daughter is actually Conor McGregor's daughter because he likes to see Conor bang his wife. I mean, how do you feel about that? Talking about somebody's kids and wife to promote a fight. How do you feel about that?
The way I know Poirier, I don't think he'll give into it.
Oh, he already said he wants to fight him. He said
he will?
It's on site. He told Covington it's on site. Whether we're in a parking lot, whether we're in a park, whether we're anywhere, it's on site. And Covington said he has one stipulation: let the world watch. I mean, dude, if you're a professional fighter, you need to get paid to fight. Would you fight somebody for free if you're a professional fighter? No.
Fuck no.
I need
a paycheck.
What if they're talking about your kids and wife?
I still need a paycheck.
Yeah. That's true. They're gonna make a lot of money, but Covington, he's bigger than Poirier. Poirier fights at 155. Covington fights at 170. So they would have to do a catch weight, like 162, 165, something like that.
It had to be divided in half.
Right. 162
so
and a half.
155, you say what, 170?
170, so 7.5
It's going to have to be about 163 and a half.
163, 162 and a half.
It's going to be, what, a pound difference in between there?
Yeah, you can fight at 164 and make weight technically. So, but
I still think Covington will take it.
I think Covington would destroy him.
I think it would be very bad on Poirier's.
I do like Poirier though, man. He is a good.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Period. All around. Yeah. But just Covington's, just the way he fights, I just don't think that Poirier is a fit to even fight him.
I think if it stays on the feet, Poirier can outclass him in boxing.
Yeah, but Covington will put you to the ground.
He's at
that's his cup of tea.
I believe he's a Division I wrestler.
That's his cup of tea. He's all about being on the ground, getting you in holds or ground and pound, grappling, anything like that. Mm-hmm. That's why whenever he fought Masvidal, I was like, if it's on the ground, it's game over. It's Covington's field.
The majority of the fight was
on the ground.
On the ground, grappling.
And that's Covington's cup of tea.
That's why I don't think it was necessarily a good fight. It was a very entertaining fight from a MMA fan standpoint, but I just think it was completely one-sided. Masvidal landed one clean-ass shot in the fourth, dropped Covington for a second. But Covington...
He got up
immediately.
I think that's right after they put the cold steel on his eye, wasn't it?
I don't know.
I think it was his eye was fucked up.
Well, Masvidal saying that Covington poked him in the eye. But dude,
I seen that.
But dude, don't make excuses after the fact that you lost.
No, but they did. No, even during the fight, they did a rewind and they gave him a last warning.
Covington?
Yeah.
I don't recall that.
They gave him a final warning. They're like, if you do it again, fight's over.
That's good. That's what
because they caught it on the review.
Well, what they need to do is first offense, stern warning. Second offense, take away a point. Third warning is when you can maybe disqualify. Unless it's severe.
No, this one was...
But it's accidental,
It was right off the first.
But it's accidental.
It looked pretty... intentional? Looked kind of intentional right there.
I don't know, because I was hyped. I was screaming the whole fight. People were telling me to shut the fuck up, and people were saying, oh, man, you like that fucking...
Twist his dick.
Yeah.
Give him the old dick twist.
But Dana White even said, if Usman doesn't exist, Covington is champion.
This is true.
Covington's... He's fairly young. He's 33 years old, I think, 33, 34. He has another good 4 years in him. I think he can make another good run at the title. Do I think he deserves a trilogy fight with Usman? No, he lost twice. Usman has his number already.
Yeah,
He lose
already
twice
knows how he is.
If you lose twice to somebody, you have to get at least 4 or 5 fights back to earn another title shot.
Yeah.
But Dana White even said, dude, talking about somebody's kids and wife like he did Poirier, that's against the code. That's against the man code.
It is.
Same thing with Masvidal. He talked about George. He said half of his check is going to alimony and child support because he's a deadbeat dad. His wife walked out on him. But dude, we talked about this before. The Attitude Era, talking shit, Stone Cold, The Rock.
Speaking of Stone Cold, have you been paying attention?
WrestleMania,
Dude, I'm
Dallas.
excited. I'm excited. Even though it's Kevin Owens, fuck Kevin Owens. But just to see Stone Cold back in the ring, I am ready to watch it.
Yeah.
It got the hype for me. I'll put it that way. I don't know if this was set just to bring us out of our era back to watch it or not.
Right. When's the last time he wrestled, dude?
19 years.
19 since 2003?
And that was the last fight he had was with The Rock. And he even mentioned it whenever he was coming. You know, you could pull it up on Instagram. Go to WWE. He said the last time that he wrestled was there whenever The Rock delivered him 3 rock bottoms before he got counted out.
Well, you know, he has a fucked up neck.
See if you can
Right
go,
here.
You'll find it.
Right here, has to be.
No.
Oh, fuck. Kevin Nash.
Kevin Owens.
Kevin Nash came in and... Ooh, Rhonda. What is she doing there?
Keep going down. Looked like she was about to take a dick back up there. But right there, you see it in the middle.
Right here?
Is that a picture?
One last can. Kevin Owens, you piece of trash. That's a picture.
All right, keep going down. They're going to talk about it.
Right here? Ooh, right here maybe. No, it's Brock Lesnar.
Keep going down. Keep going down. I'll tell you whenever it's ready.
Jesus, how long ago was this?
See what the date is at. There it is. To your left. Far left. Here he comes in on a Can-Am. Turn it up on the soundboard.
He has a badass ranch, dude. Right here in Texas, I think Austin.
No, they don't have snow-capped mountains in Austin.
Oh, no? Well, George Strait lives on one of the mountains in Austin. He's such a badass dude.
19 years ago, I wrestled my last match in a WWE ring.
Mm.
After 3 rock bottoms,
Jesus.
1, 2, 3, I lost the match. And for 19 years, I've had to live with that defeat, knowing my time was up. Kevin Owens, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for waking something up deep inside me that I've kept buried for 19 years. Ever since you started running that damn mealy mouth of yours talking about the state of Texas, the great state of Texas, you got my attention. And why would you want to do that, Kevin? I can think of 2 reasons. 1, you are one dumb son of a bitch. And 2, you are fixing to get your ass kicked by Stone Cold Steve Austin. Whether you want to call this a KO show, a match, a fight, a brawl, whatever, I will guarantee you this. In Dallas, Texas, where I started my career at WrestleMania, Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to open up one last can of whoop ass on you, Kevin Owens. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
Oh, dude, that got my dick hard.
Told you it's exciting to see that.
I'm ready for that shit, dude. I haven't been keeping up with the wrestling, but that got me hard.
Seeing that, and then if you go down further, you'll see where Kevin Owens actually called him out.
This one?
Yes.
I know you're watching, and I don't think you have the guts to show up. But the bottom line is I am calling you out. Stone Cold Steve Austin! I know you're watching.
Kevin Owens is good on the mic. That was not a great promo, but
if you go down to the next one below that,
this one,
that one goes in the detail.
That's a shitty quality too.
But there's a full video on it that I've seen, and it was pretty. He was talking a little bit of shit.
Bane's getting inducted in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Remember fucking Vader. Oh, what the Vader. I'm sorry, Bane. I'm thinking about Batman. Listen, I think he's based on the Batman character Bane. Vader's getting inducted to the Hall of Fame. Who else is Undertaker?
Undertaker's getting inducted.
Undertaker's getting inducted. I think obviously Undertaker's is the cream of the crop. He's like, hey, Undertaker has to be top 5.
He was probably one of. Ric Flair's my number 1.
Right. Yeah, you cannot go wrong with Ric Flair. You know who I liked better though? The Rock. The Rock was so good on the mic. He was good in the ring.
Nah.
You don't like The Rock?
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair is one of my favorites too. Oh shit, his face. He could sell it, dude. The Rock knows how to fucking sell anything. Guy got his own. He got his own tequila, his own energy drink. The Rock. Stone Cold had one of the best fucking entrance musics of all time. He lost to the Hurricane off a roll up. I hate wins off roll ups.
Nah, I like the one leg up.
They blanked out when he flipped them off, I think. Dude, that was one of the best WrestleManias of all time. Here in Houston, The Rock versus Stone Cold. That was one of the best. WrestleMania 17.
Will you get flagged if you show old WWE off of YouTube?
It depends. Maybe. I don't know. What is it? What is it?
My favorite Stone Cold moment of all time.
Do you know exactly what it's called?
It's whenever Stone Cold drives the beer truck.
Oh, yeah. Let me
and
see
he
if I can find it.
sprays The Rock and Vince McMahon and Shane McMahon. That was
Vince McMahon was.
There it is.
And
that was my favorite.
And then Kurt Angle did it
of all time.
Much similar to the.
Yeah, dude, they never
taking
opened
too
that
damn long.
motherfucker up, dude. They never opened it up.
Year and a half, 2 years now.
Well, I wonder what's going on because it can't be construction. It's already constructed. I mean, what the hell? I want to try his barbecue. It's Memphis style barbecue. I never had Memphis style barbecue.
I'm just waiting to try it over here.
Yeah, same here, dude.
I had it one time.
Where?
I was on my way to a job in Arkansas, and it was just after it's in northern Louisiana, Arkansas area.
You had Jerry Lawler's or just Memphis style barbecue?
No, Jerry Lawler's barbecue.
Was it good?
It was good, but I want to see how it is here.
Yeah. We know, Texas. I think Texas has the best barbecue, but I want to see because people are saying Memphis style barbecue.
It's more sauce.
Kansas style barbecue. Oh, I don't like sauce, dude. I don't like too much sauce. Like even when I make my ribs, I put a little bit. Or I make my brisket sandwich or pork butt sandwich, I put a little spread of sauce on it. I don't like last night we went to Roadhouse. I'm sorry, not Roadhouse. We went to Outback Steakhouse, and I got me a steak with ribs on the side. The ribs were good, but they just drench it in fucking sauce, dude. And we had horrible service. We sat down. Nobody even brought us waters or took our order for drinks for 15 minutes. We sat down.
Are you sure, Karen?
No, dude. 15 fucking minutes. Okay, I understand 4 or 5 minutes. Maybe 6 minutes. Jessica had to pull a lady who was walking by like a waitress, a random waitress. She's like, we've been sitting here for like 10, 15 minutes. Nobody even brought us water. You know what happened? Nobody communicated, say, hey, this table needs to be seen. Nobody told any fucking waiter. So everybody was just walking by, just ignoring us. And it was like, fuck, dude, what the fuck are we paying this, paying good money to eat at fucking Outback Steakhouse, which it was my first time eating there.
To me, Outback is...
No, the steaks were pretty good, but not...
Steaks are mid.
They're not better than Saltgrass or Roadhouse.
I'd rather
or
go to Longhorn.
Longhorn is better than Saltgrass and Roadhouse.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
I'm talking about just steak wise.
Steak wise, nah. Roadhouse makes a mean porterhouse.
Roadhouse has good sides. They have better sides, I think, than Longhorn. But if you're talking about just the meat, I think Longhorn is the best.
I'm gonna have to go with the porterhouse from Roadhouse.
I don't ever get porter. I get either I get ribeyes.
Dude, you gotta have the porterhouse rare.
Oh, I get medium rare.
Porterhouse rare will change your mind.
I'm gonna try it next time. Where from? From Roadhouse?
Roadhouse.
We
Get
went
the
there, dude.
porterhouse.
We had shitty service there, too.
It's a little over $30 for the steak.
That's fine.
But, dude, if you get it rare, oh, my God. I don't think you can eat it all. I'm a pig.
How many ounces?
It's up there.
I can eat 22 ounces steak.
I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, more than that, like 26. I don't remember.
I can probably make if I don't fill up on the bread that they serve you when you first get the bread's so good.
That's
though.
the problem. The
Exactly.
bread is good.
Whenever you don't touch the bread or your sides, I can finish a 28-ounce steak. I think I'll be sick to my stomach at the end of the day, but it'll be worth it.
Yeah, like because me, man, the only way I could eat the whole steak was back whenever I was working out of town. I used to go up there and I would sit at the bar in Victoria, and I wouldn't eat. They would ask me if I wanted bread. I was like, "Fuck the bread." I came there to drink beer,
Right.
and I'd eat my steak and shit.
The bread's so good though, dude. With that
But
fucking,
I didn't stay far down the street.
They had that sweet butter shit.
Yeah, cinnamon butter.
Cinnamon butter. Oh my god.
See, but I stayed down the street, so I was eating there almost like 4 times a
You're
week.
spending all your per diem there.
Nah, not really. I was getting like $800 a week per diem.
Well, it was a joke. Dude, but the
But I was
sides.
putting about $400 a week in there.
God damn, that's crazy. And then you got your room. Anyways, but yeah, medium rare is the best way to have the steak. I mean, my dad likes it well done. I'm like, dude, come on, bro. You need to get with the times, man. That's
Man,
not.
you know who pisses me off the most? That is a current quarterback in the NFL.
He likes
And
it well
says
done.
He says he's from Texas.
Who's that?
Patrick Mahomes,
Oh, I'm glad you.
East Texas actually, and you know what he likes? Well done steak
Oh my god.
with ketchup.
With ketchup.
I was like, you might as well order a meatloaf.
You might as well eat fucking beef jerky if you're gonna have a well done steak.
You might as well eat meatloaf at that point.
No shit. Yeah, that should be illegal to eat well done. They shouldn't even have that as an
I feel
option.
like it should be illegal to eat to drink unsweet tea in the state of Texas, but that's just me.
People like. I mean, my mom likes unsweet.
Well, it should be illegal.
I agree. It tastes horrible.
Your mom should get a ticket every time.
I think she puts.
I like your mom, but
I think she puts
we're gonna have to give her a small fine.
the sweet and low. I think she puts
Alright.
a little sweet and
It
low.
doesn't matter. At least it's something she put in there.
Right,
If
right,
she's just
right.
drinking it straight out of the pot, we got an issue. You can't have that in the state of Texas.
Well, like when I drink whiskey, I drink it straight. I drink it just neat.
That's probably the straightest thing you've said.
I drink whiskey straight. I didn't used to. I used to mix it with Coke. You know, Jack and Coke.
I only drink fine whiskeys straight.
Not the cheap Jack Daniels bullshit.
No, anything from Crown and below, I'll mix it.
You mix it, yeah.
But if you're talking Johnny Walker's, Whistle Pig, anything like that, I'm gonna drink it.
What about what?
But I drink it neat.
Yeah. Neat. That's what I'm saying. I drink it neat with no ice.
But I want it in the freezer.
It's not really neat then.
Technically, no. But it's not watered down.
Right. Yeah, I don't.
I like it cold. That's just the way I
a little
like it.
chilled. I could drink my wine cold, and then they're like, that's not how you drink it. I was like, I don't like it. It's room temperature.
All right,
And then
tell me about your wine. Do you like it sweet or dry?
dry.
I like dry only.
Dry. I like sweet too, though. But
To me, the sweet's too sweet.
see, it's wine. The dry is an acquired taste.
I guess that's why we like certain whiskeys too.
Yeah.
I guess it's the manly side.
Whiskey too. Whenever you're drinking it neat, it is an acquired taste. But I think whenever you have a good piece of meat, like steak, a good glass of wine that complements the fucking meat is so good, dude.
That's what they do in Italy.
That's what I did last night. We ordered a bottle of
Like if I'm not mistaken,
Merlot.
I want to say in Italy or France, on their kids' menus with certain meats, they give the kids a small amount of wine.
The kids?
Yeah,
Because they want them to enjoy the
I believe it starts at 10 years old.
Oh, man. I would like to give my son some of that so he can go to sleep. He's 3, though.
Just tell Jessica he's still teething and put a little whiskey.
Yeah, a little rub it on the gums.
Yeah, go to sleep for a while.
I think we ordered a bottle of Merlot.
Merlot's good.
Red wine. We drink red wine. We don't really fuck with white wine.
I like anything white and red.
You like anything white?
Anything white.
Say less.
Dry, wet. It's all good.
Powder. Speaking of NFL quarterbacks, the grand jury declines to charge Deshaun Watson after 22 women accused him of sexual harassment or sexual assault. According to CBS News, a grand jury on Friday declined to indict Houston Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson following a police investigation sparked by lawsuits filed by 22 women who have accused him of harassment or sexual assault. The grand jury's decision came out about a year after the women first filed their suits accusing Watson of exploiting himself, touching them with his penis, or kissing them against their will during massage appointments. One woman alleged Watson forced her to perform oral sex. 8 of the women who sued Watson filed criminal complaints against him with the Houston police and appeared before the grand jury. 2 other women who didn't sue Watson also filed police complaints. The FBI have been reviewing the allegations. You're the
only
NFL
thing I don't
analyst
understand right there.
What don't you
This
understand?
bitch said Deshaun Watson forced her to perform oral sex.
Right.
I really do not understand that allegation. If you went all the way and let him finish, that's pretty much because you kind of wanted to. If not, you would have done a lot of other things like use teeth, bite his shit.
Right.
Something like that. Like, no, don't just say he sat there and forced you to do it. He probably paid you good money and you're like, fuck it, I'm going to do it.
Right. A lot of women would do shit like that, especially to
And not only that, but you think this man would not go into a fucking Houston club
and
find a
bitch.
badass fucking bitch and be like, hey, look, babe, I'm going to give you $5,000. You look really good tonight. I'm going to get this hotel right here in the heart of Houston. Badass. We're going to go to the top. Fucking badass suite. We're going to fuck. You leave in the morning. Take the cash money and ride out.
I don't even think he needs to pay women. I think women would just want to sleep with him because he is a fucking NFL quarterback.
Because they could say they fucked Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, exactly. They could say they fucked Deshaun Watson. I think a lot of women would do that. I mean, you have women that are stripping and giving blowjobs in the back.
But now, let's talk about fucking Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby, yeah.
They're about to eliminate all his shit.
Well, there has been talks about him for 40 years in Hollywood. I think he's guilty. I think he is guilty. I'm not sure about Deshaun Watson.
My thing is,
why
this
come out?
This is mine.
Why wait 40 years?
I feel like a woman that takes so much time to do this, you are just either looking for attention or for a payout.
Yeah, that course. That's their end game. They want money.
And I feel like it should not be right. If anything, I feel like there shouldn't even be money involved.
They should just want him behind bars.
Yeah.
Well, see, the thing is, if anything happens to you, especially with somebody who's wealthy, say a woman takes
They
advantage.
just want the money.
I mean, but anybody's gonna want the money, dude.
You know what's even funny? That we're talking about money and shit? Jerry Jones. You seen that allegation just popped out?
Just popped out again? Oh no, I'm thinking about the Patriots.
No,
owner.
Jerry Jones. You didn't see what just popped out recently this week?
No.
So apparently Jerry Jones had sex with this woman 25 years or 26 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
This girl is 25 years old, and she said, "My
At
mother."
the time,
or now, she's 25 years old right now.
Oh, okay.
She's like, "My mother hid this secret for many years. Supposedly, you're my father. I want back pay for all the years you were never there."
Well, he's a fucking billionaire, dude. But
that's what she's coming out. She's like, "You're the father that was never there. I feel like you owe me something."
But the woman has the right to DNA test.
Yeah,
right?
But even then, just because Jerry Jones walked away, what the fuck does he owe you? You know how many fathers walk away from their kids every day?
Yeah.
Those kids don't get shit. Fuck that.
Well,
bitch.
also, they're not Jerry Jones.
Doesn't matter.
He's a billionaire.
What does it matter from a poor man to a rich man?
I think they all should be accountable. I think they should all be accountable.
Okay.
But
that's not the way the system works.
well, they have
You wouldn't came out if you know that he was a bum. Right or wrong.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
You just came out because you knew he had money and your mother told you about something that was a so-called allegation that happened so many years ago before you were born, and you want to go on a hunch and ruin the name.
Yeah, she is trying to defamate his character. One thing that I do agree on, or rather, I don't understand, is that it is purely a woman's choice if she wants an abortion, but it's not. The father does not have a choice if he wants to be a deadbeat and don't want to take care of his kid. It's the law. You have to pay child support. You have to be a father, or at least pay, you know what I mean, the mother.
Technically, no. You only have to do that if you sign the birth certificate.
But they can make you sign a DNA test. If you go far enough to get lawyers and get a judge involved, he can make the father take a DNA test, and therefore it's his legal obligation to pay monthly support. If the woman takes it that far, which most women do because they want fucking money. I mean, but can you blame them? There's two people involved in making a child, obviously. It's a man and a woman. But why
I never knew that.
But why does the woman get to decide if she wants to keep the kid or not, but the man cannot decide if he wants to walk away and be done? You know what I mean? I got another article I want to pull up. Speaking of, while we're on the subject, woman wants her partner to pay her $50,000 to have their child, and honestly, she has a point. This is from BuzzFeed. She wants me to pay her to compensate her for the loss of salary. So she's gonna lose She's gonna lose out, I guess, on her job, or I don't know what she's doing. But does she have that right? He has to pay her $50,000 to have their child. Do you think that's right?
No.
Me neither.
A child is a partnership if he stays there.
Let me read this first comment. Based on how they fully split their finances, it makes total sense. She is expected to pay for exactly half their lifestyle, so she is simply asking her partner to split the financial burden of birthing a child. Well, to give birth to it's about 10 grand in hospital bills, give or take.
Not trying to be an ass on that, but a lot of women get pay to leave their job.
Yeah, maternal
And
leave.
They also, if the husband has insurance or the woman has insurance, that pays for a big chunk of that too.
Right.
Just putting that out there.
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
not saying I support him or support her. I'm just reading the bottom line of what's really happens in life.
Yeah. Like, luckily, whenever we had our second child, she had maternal leave, so she was getting paid, I think, 8 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. And then she took another 2-3 weeks off because she had vacation. So luckily, that was our case. This is not every single case.
Man, you know what was really weird at this one job I worked at, and it was with Chris. It was at I'm not going to say the company on there, but it was an oil field job that we used to work at together. They gave the husband
Maternal leave.
for 6 weeks.
That's badass.
That was crazy to me.
I think that, yeah, fuck
But
yeah.
a lot of companies do not do that.
No.
So whenever I heard that, I was like, fuck, I might fake a pregnancy with some bitch just so that way I can
Yeah,
get
but you
sick.
got to bring paperwork, don't you?
Fuck no, they never asked for paperwork from nobody.
Yeah, they have to. Otherwise, everybody would be doing
No,
it.
I had one homeboy that did it. He faked it. And got 6 weeks off. Paid.
Why didn't you do it? I would have done it. If they don't require any, most companies, like even sometimes my company, okay, hey, I can't come in, I'm going to the doctor. Okay, bring a note. Like, what the fuck? Are we in school? Like, you're not gonna pay me if I take the day off. Why do I need to bring a fucking note? I'm telling you, I'm not gonna be here. That's why anytime I need a day off, they ask me, okay, why do you need the day off? I got personal things I gotta
You
handle.
don't get sick time?
No, I got COVID pay whenever I took 2 weeks off for COVID, but that was it. I don't get
COVID.
I don't get no sick pay. Nothing. No. Now they ended it
Oh, fuck.
because the federal government's not paying anymore. The federal government paid them and they paid me.
Oh, we still get COVID paid.
Like, you're lucky. You work at a badass company.
Yeah, I get a lot of time off.
That's good. You get vacation and everything like that. I don't get that shit.
I get a lot of time off.
But
I got a week COVID pay, week of sick pay.
you got 1 week of COVID pay.
Yeah, 1 week of sick pay.
I got a 2-week vacation, but
2 weeks vacation and 2 floating holidays. And
that's good. That's good.
If you ever get sick after that, you can go on short-term disability.
Mm.
It's pretty cool.
All right, man. Well, we got to wrap it up, man. Unfortunately, but I think we did have a good podcast. I think we touched on a few different matters. We need to do another one soon, probably next Friday or Saturday. We need to
But I do want to touch on one thing.
go ahead.
Back to sports.
Okay.
Russell Wilson trade.
Yeah.
Talk about a blockbuster.
And they're getting how many first round picks?
Dude, fucking I believe they're getting, I want to say 2 first-round picks. Pretty much the way it worked, they're going to get about, I think it was 6 or 8 players if you count the picks. And all they gave up was Russell Wilson and a 4th-round pick. It was probably one of the biggest blockbuster deals that's going to happen this season.
So who do you think is benefiting more? The Broncos?
Right now,
Right.
I got to give it to the Broncos.
Broncos are benefiting. Russell Wilson is still elite, right?
I think he can fit in with the Broncos, but I'm saying in the long run, I think Seattle might win out of this. Especially with Deshaun Watson now being cleared of all his shit.
Do you think any
I think
team's going
it
to
might be a landing spot for him.
Seattle?
I think it'll be deadly.
Do you think Seattle would want him?
Yes. He can throw and pick apart defenses, especially with the weapons that are already there. And he is a younger, highly mobile quarterback than what Russell Wilson was. I think this is going to be deadly. And then you also have, what was the other good trade that happened? Carson Wentz went to Washington. That's up Schitt's Creek. Washington, I don't see them doing much with Carson. Man, there was another big quarterback change. Oh, Aaron Rodgers got that major fucking deal.
Who is he going?
He's staying with Green Bay.
No shit?
$200 million for 4 years.
Are you serious?
That's a big chunk of money. $153 million guaranteed.
Oh my God.
And
4 years?
from what I read today, which is a hypothetical,
$50 million a year?
from what I read today is Philadelphia right now is in a first place lead against the Deshaun Watson trade. And guess who will come to Houston?
Jalen
Hurts.
No shit.
He's mentioned in the trade.
Wow. Well, because we need to get somebody for Watson.
And you know what I heard?
He's very valuable.
Or you know what I saw today on with the Philadelphia Eagles, how they're reacting to it? So today, Jalen Hurts took off of his Twitter page, quarterback of Philadelphia Eagles. He deleted that, and he put his location as Houston, Texas.
Really? Can I look that up, or is it off there already?
If you go to Twitter.
Oh, Twitter.
It's on Twitter.
I don't.
Fuck. Just type in Twitter Deshaun Watson. Jalen Hurts.
He wants to come to Houston, I'm sure.
Spelled it wrong, but okay.
Twitter? Oh, yeah, I did.
Yep, there it is. Houston, Texas.
At Houston, Texas. Wow.
And he took out Philadelphia quarterback.
Oh, he did take it off, but he still has his picture.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's crazy. And it's a big deal for us guys because we're obviously from Houston.
A lot of people, like if you go up there where it says Explore, click it, and then type in Jalen Hurts. Yes, there you go.
Social media is an uproar over whether the Eagles want to make moves at quarterback, and the hysteria has trickled down to Jalen Hurts and his Twitter account. Should I click that? With the news that Deshaun Watson trade is imminent, some fans around the league believe Philadelphia is all in on the Texas quarterback, despite affirming the commitment to building around their own third-year quarterback. The drama started with the debate about Hurts' Twitter account and whether he had potentially removed Eagles-related information in his bio. The debate caused some back and forth and hysteria on social media that Hurts currently trending over his bio that been the same ever since entering the NFL. Hurts is from right outside of Houston, and that may have caused Kofler to jump the gun on this assessment.
Look at this tweet right here.
This one?
No, Josina Anderson just said stuff is about to get crazy. Jalen Hurts removed quarterback of Philadelphia Eagles from his bio, and his location says Houston, Texas. Is Howard really going to ship Jalen to Houston for Deshaun Watson?
That's crazy, dude. I think that would be a great pickup for the Texans, and also for Philadelphia. I think that's a good fair trade.
Well, it's just for him to come back home.
Yeah. You know, when he comes back home, everybody's going to be hitting him up, though. And that can be annoying. Hey, man, let me get tickets. Hey, man, let's hang, But that's good. I mean, that's good for us. I think we benefit more than Philadelphia.
We got a lot to rebuild around.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing is I don't want to ruin Jalen's career. We just
I know.
We don't have anything that can defend him right now.
Yeah, I don't know why he would want to come to Houston besides the fact that he's from here.
But I wanted to leave it on that note, just to bring it back to the hometown. I guess this is where we can sign off.
Yes, sir. Once again, I want to thank you for joining me again, man. Appreciate you, brother.
Always, man. It's always a good time whenever we're here together.
Always.
Hopefully we can find out some more trades going on this week with the Houston Astros with Carlos Correa selling his $1.65 million home here in Houston. We'll see what goes on with his movement and with any other trades. It's going to be a blockbuster in the MLB. Like, I'm your sports guy. Don't worry about it. I always try to keep up in everything that's going on, especially with football right now. It's going nuts. We're gonna figure out what's going to go on with all the sports era. Not only that, but I'd like to mention Mexico. They're suspending some of their sports for 1 year because they had a drastic fight that happened over there recently with one of their soccer matches. Ended up with several people in the hospital and 3 or 4 in critical condition. It was very terrible, and my hearts and prayers goes out to them. Hope everything recovers with them. But on the next podcast, we'll see y'all again.
Yep. Appreciate
Peace.
y'all listening out. Yeah, make sure you like and subscribe.
Beep, bop,
Drop
boop.
a follow.